The Forge platform has become more and more capable over the recent years. Atlassian has been steadily adding features such as the large language model APIs and the ability to send events in real time between instances and modules of your app. All these capabilities can be a little overwhelming to absorb, so I've created a series of diagrams to summarize what you can do with Forge. I've made these diagrams available in a recent blog post, which I'll link in the description below. Utility patterns can be thought of as fundamental building blocks. On their own, they don't do anything particularly useful, but they identify various low-level capabilities of Forge. You'll see these patterns incorporated into other patterns in the same way that Lego bricks can be combined to do useful things. The next set of patterns outline the different ways in which Forge apps can extend Atlassian apps, such as Jira and Confluence. Forge apps can surface information and controls to users. They can update the state of Atlassian apps, and they can receive events from Atlassian apps in order to take action, and they can define capabilities that Atlassian apps and their users can leverage. Next, we'll look at building automations. There are two main ways the Forge apps can create automations. Out-of-the-box automation refers to the ability of Forge to completely implement an automation. This typically involves two main phases: waiting for a trigger and then performing an action such as invoking APIs. Alternatively, a Forge app can define an automation action that users can incorporate into automation rules. For example, an app may implement an action that fills in a custom field whenever a Jira work item is created or updated. Forge can be used to integrate Atlassian apps with external systems. This group of patterns excludes the use of Forge remotes, which we'll get to later. These patterns show different ways that Forge can be used to receive data from an external system to update an Atlassian app, or alternatively, receive Atlassian app events and update the state in an external system. The last pattern in this group shows how an app installed in separate Atlassian workspaces can work across those workspaces. An app can receive an event from one workspace and react by making API calls in another workspace. Forge remotes are Forge capabilities that allows part of a Forge app to be implemented and hosted externally. The first pattern corresponds to an architecture where there is only a single instance of the hosting of the remote modules. The second pattern indicates that there are multiple instances due to the need for customer hosting of the remote modules. The second pattern requires the customer to configure the app with details of the remotely hosted components, but aside from this, the two patterns are the same. They allow events and API calls to be made in both directions. There are a few ways in which Jira workflows can be tailored and monitored with Forge. Forge apps can be part of the workflow validation process, wherein special rules can be implemented. They can also respond to workflow transitions. The last group of patterns relates to custom fields. Forge allows both custom fields and custom field types to be defined. A custom field type allows multiple custom fields to be created, which all have the same behavior, but are distinct from one another. The two last patterns in this group show different methods for using custom fields to integrate with external systems. More details about each of the patterns are available in the blog post linked in the description. And while the patterns don't identify all capabilities of Forge, they should give you a reasonable idea of what's possible.